Hello, everybody. Dr. Liver. My name is Thessalonica Hilliard. They call me Tess for short. Originally came from the Philippines, and I'm the oldest of six siblings. Most of my families lives in the Philippines. It's only my sister and I are the one living here in the U.S. I live in San Diego, and she lives in North Carolina. I'm also a single mom with two beautiful children. My oldest one is 12 years old, and my youngest one is 9 years old. When I was growing up, um, we were so poor, and throughout my childhood, I really wanted or I dreamed to become a doctor. Because of living in a third world country, it's kind of hard to get education, not unless that you are very, very rich. But even so, I pushed myself, and I became a working student, and I work in a university, and I finished my degree in BS Biology as my pre-med for 7 years. After that, I have given the opportunity to come here in the United States. So I grabbed that opportunity, thinking that I would be able to continue and become a doctor in the US. So when I got here in 1999, I went straight to the US Navy. I signed up as a hospital corpsman, and I worked there I served the country for 8 years. And then something happened. I got injured, so I got medically separated. Um, from that on, I thought like I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? I hadn't finished all my requirements to go to med school. Even though I finished a master's degree in human behavior while in the military, that's not enough to get me through the med school because I don't have a lot of requirements that I'd finished. And one more thing, I was married then, and I have two children. So I decided to go to PA school. So after 2 years of finishing my prerequisites for PA school, and about ready to apply for PA school, some things happened again in my life, and my husband and I got divorced and separated. Got divorced, and then by that then I don't. I said to myself, what am I gonna do now? Nobody's going to support me if I go to PA school, and then I have my two children with me, two little ones. So I was thinking, I thought like I was done. I don't really know what to do, but because of my love to my family, which is my first collage, this is my son, my daughter, my sister, my niece. They pushed me to continue on. So I decided to go to the nursing school instead of going to the PA school. So and I was luckily got accepted to the United States University um, for the master entry program, and I finished the bachelor's degree in nursing in 2013. And by then I took my license, and I passed it for the second time. And after we get my license, I was hired to work as a subacute nurse in one of the rehab facility in Carmel Mountain. It was been a while that I went back to school. So from 2008 to 2013, I didn't go to work at all, and all I know that I work that experience of my work is through the military. So it's kind of like really hard adjustment for me. But throughout the 6 months of working there at the rehab, it was really difficult for me. I thought to myself that I've chosen a wrong career because the staff and the leadership are not very well supported for me as a new nurse, and I didn't really learn a lot. It was a lot of work, so I didn't really enjoy it. And as being a bedside nurse, there's one time that I got injured again. My injury in the military got re-injured, so I had to stop working and file for state disability until I got healed. And then after that, after 6 months, I don't really know what to do. I said, I don't like nursing anymore. So what career should I do? But luckily, my training in the military, which I'm a veteran now, this is my second one. They taught us to survive in any hard times, and I learned a set of mind that even though life is hard, you have to use the things that you have and move forward. So I said, okay, I'm going to try this again. So I applied for a job, and luckily I got hired as a hospice nurse. And I worked there for a year and a half, and I worked side by side with a nurse practitioner. I was treated there really well, and because of me having a post-traumatic stress disorder, I cannot really function to a really stressful and very pressure environment. But being a hospice nurse there and working with a lot of patients that are dying, it helps me a lot to love the nursing profession, and it feels like I was needed to take care of someone. So while working there, I'm enjoying it, and then I was working with a nurse practitioner, and she inspires me to reroute my career to she asked me, like, go to nurse practitioner program, and that it would probably make a difference, and you will learn a lot of things, and it's much more easier rather than being just a regular nurse or a bedside nurse. So I took her advice, and I was thinking to enroll to University of San Diego, but I ran on to one of our faculties in USU, and then they encouraged me, Dr. Mila, they encouraged me to enroll, and I got accepted to go to a nurse practitioner program, the family program, and now I'm in your class. So by then, my life is just a lot of hardship and a lot of trials that came in, that I went through since I got here in the U.S. But my third collage, which is my Bible, is the one that guided me through and has given me the strength to go through all the trials that I have experienced, and inspires me to be more loving and maybe more compassionate toward people. And as having a post-traumatic stress disorder and physical disability, it's very difficult for me to stay motivated, but this book helped me a lot. So 5 years from now, I was thinking that I wanted to have my own practice, and I would like to work with different professions, and I want my practice to be founded with a holistic and integrative approach, and supporting and treating the wholeness of a person. Is not only just the physical, but it includes the physical, emotional, and spiritual side of life. And I wanted to help on the geriatric patients, and also people that has cancer, because most of my families has went through a lot of sickness, and most of them pass away with cancer. So I'm hoping that someday I could have my own practice, and take good care of individuals through holistic and integrative approach. And another thing that I observe in our healthcare system right now, that we're lacking of follow-up. And it's kind of like when a patient see a primary care, after they leave that office, everything is disconnected. So I'm hoping that when I have my practice, it has like a continuity of follow-up until the person is able to function well and go back to the community. So that's it. That's my introduction about myself, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.